Guys in Orlando, not Savannah. But for one family, jumping jacks turned into a magic kingdom. After 9 months of being deployed, Staff Sergeants Quashana and Joseph Franklin are finally home.
Oh, just like a sigh of relief. Like finally we're home. You know, you get to embrace the kids. It's been 9 long months.
Yes.
Just happy to be back.
It took weeks of planning.
Oh, so anxious. I was nervous. I was so nervous. My heart was beating so fast. Oh, yeah. I was extremely nervous.
Yeah, I was definitely nervous. I was more nervous doing this than actually going back to Iraq.
They surprised their 4 kids.
Very excited. It blew my mind.
Did you have any idea that they were coming home today?
No.
With a pretty original idea.
The Franklin family wanted to do something a little different this time.
That's just what we do.
Yeah.
But then another surprise.
And we missed every birthday. Yes.
Well, then you can make it up with this.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
$400 worth of birthday parties in one shot.
I'm ready to hit some bounce houses. What's the weight limit again? I did lose a few pounds.
Money that will go toward time spent with their kids.
All right, big man.
Making this moment for this family the happiest place on earth.
A homecoming doesn't get any better than this.
These two boys have not seen their father in over a year.
Andros and John Gabriziak have grown up a lot in the year their dad John has been deployed. He's in the Army and serves in the South Pacific. But all of a sudden, he was right behind them. A big hug from his mom, and then his wife of 22 years, Valerie.
It was just so amazing to finally see him in person. You know, we see him on Skype, we see him, you know, in pictures, and it's just like, oh, he's here, I can actually hug him again, and that's wonderful.
It's a homecoming surprise about a month in the making. John only told Valerie about it 2 days ago.
She's like, what do you mean you're coming home? Aren't you still in Guam? And I was like, no.
It was a nerve-wracking day that started at 6 a.m.
Flew to Dallas. Plane was delayed there for about an hour. Flew to Kansas City, and then I finally made it here about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
His wife says she's just as proud of her boys as she is of John.
During this deployment, it was really hard. I had medical issues and whatnot, and they had to just, you know, step in there and help.
Sergeant Devin Lee is used to wearing a uniform, but certainly not one that makes him a knight and brings him back to medieval times.
I'm super anxious, a little bit nervous, but I'm pumped up about it.
Lee, who has been serving in Afghanistan since November, had a very special mission involving 2 little knights in training, his 10-year-old son Troy and 7-year-old daughter Elena. They weren't expecting him home until Saturday, so when a knight in shining armor rode into the arena and chose them to join him,
I thought it was just a night that we were gonna have to, that someone was gonna come out and we would have to fight him.
oh, but it was nothing like that. The knight raised his mask and revealed he was their father. Troy's jaw dropped and the children lunged into their father's arms.
Made me really happy inside because he was back.
When you saw Daddy's face under that mask, how did that make you feel?
Happy.
Yeah. Why does it make you so happy to see your daddy?
Because he's been gone for like 106 days.
This is a pretty unbelievable moment. Like just seeing their face, like when they finally recognized me. It took a couple seconds, but once it hit them, like who was actually in front of them, it was a pretty unbelievable moment.
It's moments like this that help make up for the long time away. Nothing like having Daddy home.
It was extremely emotional. I mean, I knew that they would be excited. I knew they'd be surprised, but to see it happening was awesome.
Was this the best surprise ever?
Yes.
On a tarmac full of signs, there is one that needs no explanation.
My husband Brad's about to come home from his deployment, and I promised him that when he landed that I would make sure the second he was here he knew if he had a son or a daughter.
He's been waiting since June to find out.
When he left, I didn't even look pregnant.
It all makes the wait painful, yet gloriously satisfying, because it all comes down to this. And this.
It's a boy!
Oh, I love you. Feels unbelievable. I've been waiting a long time to hear about this.
I'm so proud of him. So proud of him.
Hi. Hey, sweetie. That's really the reason we're here. Bailey's dad just got back from Afghanistan. Okay? Thanks for the decoy. Here.
Thank you.
Pretty good surprise. Cool. We're going to take her out of here and let y'all go about y'all's business.
Oh, I was so excited yesterday when Margaret Clough, which is Bailey's homeroom teacher, called me about it. And she did as if she was asking permission. I said, absolutely, absolutely. And like I say, just, you know, I'm getting emotional as I think about it. You know, just coming home, the appreciation as a community what we have for our armed forces and stuff, and for us to be able to facilitate this is just such a small token of what we can do. But we're sure proud of the entire family. We thank God he's home.
It's our third go around with the deployment, so it gets harder on her each time, but each time the community has stepped up, and family readiness group has always been helpful.
A family whose dad is serving in Afghanistan this Christmas decided to welcome home other soldiers, lucky enough to make it home for the holiday. But the best present of all was making his way down the jetway. First Lieutenant Kenyon Nelson of the Army Reserves has been deployed in Afghanistan since February, but his commanding officer saw to it that he made it home before Christmas. And his wife saw to it that the kids had no idea. Nelson spending his first moments with the kids he hadn't seen in nearly a year. 16-year-old Savion, 13-year-old Ajani in tears, and a long hug for the youngest, 9-year-old Kadir.
Perfect. My name is Gerald Morales, and right now I'm coming home to surprise my mom. It's been 2 years since I saw her last. For the past 2 years, I've been stationed overseas in Iwakuni, Japan.
Your mom has no idea?
Oh, she has none. We've had people watching her for the past couple of days to make sure, see if there's any attitude changes. Maybe she has a little inkling, but nothing.
Then as soon as you get in the office, make sure she's in there.
Right. The logistics was quite astonishing. Like, we talked to her manager, and she thinks that she has a meeting to go to at 1:45. I really haven't had any decent Christmases that didn't involve my mom. She is the reason why we love to celebrate this time of year. She brings the family together, and I love her. I really do. She supported me in everything that I've done. I know she's going to be crying, and she's going to scream. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be unforgettable.
What the hell? Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, he can't reach the hand! Oh! Hi!
How are you?
I didn't think you were gonna make it home for Christmas. Oh. You guys were good. Yes. You always come when I'm down. You always know when to show up.
I love you so much.
I love you too. You came home for Christmas.
Scare your mom and dad to death.
She doesn't want to hug me.
So now we're
So she leaves the house secure.
outside.
That's all, baby.
Are you getting sound too?
Yeah, everyone's getting sound.
Come in.
They were asleep. I like the DJs. Hey, Mamsie.
It's a surprise. I knew it. I told you. I knew it. I've been knowing about it for a long time.
Well, I didn't want to wake everyone up.
Thank you for turning the light on. I need the lighting.
Yep.
We've been scheming for so long.
I knew I was playing this since like the first day.
You're out of a deep sleep. It just goes on when you called me. I have no idea. Tonight, Jared picked him up at 10. And that's why you couldn't talk to me earlier. Where what? What are you flying to after that?
No, Lake Charles.
Is he going to be able to be here for Christmas? I have no idea.